Hey there everybody, welcome back to DAV Tech. It is awesome to see all of you guys here again. If you are new to the channel, my name is Dave. I do tech reviews here, and I've recently been using the Galaxy Z Fold 4. I have my first 24 hours impressions review right here for you. Suffice to say, I've really been enjoying the phone, and over my last few days of using this in everyday real life, I've realized there's a lot of really impactful features sort of hidden away inside of the phone that I wish I knew about when I first picked it up, because they've enhanced the overall experience a tremendous amount. So today I'm going to be walking you guys through what those extra tips and features are to enhance your experience, hopefully in the same way that they enhanced mine. Alright, so this feature is actually one of my favorites on the device, and it's the fingerprint sensor here on the side of the phone. Now of course, when you turn your phone off, you have this little fingerprint sensor that will open the device for you. It's actually very quick, very responsive, which is fantastic. But secondly, you can also swipe down on this fingerprint sensor and it'll bring down your notification shade. So it's a nice little sensor here to activate that. And so the way you're going to do that is you're going to go into your settings, come all the way down here into your advanced features, come down to the motions and gestures tab, and right down here you're going to see finger sensor and gestures. Now you can open your notification shade. Again, this is really handy, especially when you're using the device kind of like this. It's a nice way to get access to those notifications without having to come all the way to the top of the device and swipe down and bring all that stuff down that way. Easy peasy. Sometimes you'll get instances where some applications are not really intended to be used on a foldable device. This is still a work in progress. However, you can go into your notification panel, swiping down there with the fingerprint thing that we just enabled together. And now you can come all the way down here, again go to your advanced features, head into labs, and now you can force multi-window for all applications. So you can open this up, click on that, and now, there you go. And now when you go to open your application, say I want to come back there, open Pokemon Masters EX back up again, and now you have Pokemon Masters in full screen display, utilizing this entire beautiful 7.6 inch display. And as you can see, it looks really good here. I don't think that the camera actually does justice to just how nice and crisp the screen is, but here you go. Now this is a feature that, as far as I know, was kind of just activated outside of the box. I can't seem to find this in the settings anywhere, and I'm sure I'm wrong, so please let me know in the comment section down below exactly where and how to find this. So say you're on Twitter or a website or something, and there's a link, right, as there normally are on these types of web pages. You can click here, it'll bring you to the one link to actually get the application. However, on the Fold 4, you can actually grab links like this and then drag them to different portions of the screen to activate your multi-window. So say for example, I want to drag the link, bring it over here, so I can download the GoPuff app, but now I actually don't have to leave what it is that I am doing on this side. So while that's downloading, I'm free to continue browsing Twitter. I don't know why I'm on the GoPuff page, but here I am. And now when you're done, you can open it over here. And then boom, now you have this side over here. So it's a nice way to utilize different links for, say, web pages to download apps like this, but not actually have to leave what it is that you're doing and still continue while the other thing is happening. Pretty neat feature. Alright, so say for example, you really enjoy this little taskbar down here, but you know what, it's just not cutting it for you. Even having all of these apps available to kind of swap in and out for multitasking, it's just not doing it. And you'd really like to have something on the side of your screen that was an additional bar that you could also further customize and, you know, do a whole bunch of cool, fun app shenanigans with. Well, you can. So let's go down again to the settings option. We're going to go into your display and come down here to edge panels. Then click that, and then it gives you a bunch of customization here also. So you can have what kind of panels it is you would like to have there. So reminders, your clipboard for tools, tasks, and so on. You can customize the transparency, size, and width of this here. You can also adjust the positioning, and if you're a left-handed person, not like myself, you can swap it over to the other side of the screen also. Now I find this really nice for if, say, I'm using the Fold one-handed and I do honestly want to get to some other applications. I can swipe from the side like this, and then boom, I have access to, say, my YouTube, or boom, I have access to, say, Chrome, or boom, I have access to, say, Twitter. Really handy. Now I have the Z Fold 4 here for the long haul, so if you're enjoying the video today and want to see more videos like this, review videos, there's going to be a lot more Z Fold 4 content on the channel. So hitting the subscribe button is the best way to stay up to date with what I'm doing next, and a thumbs up does go a long way to helping me out here on the channel. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled video. Now, when you want to multitask with an application, of course you have this taskbar down on the bottom, where traditionally you would bring this up to different varying spots on the device in order to utilize the multitasking display there, such as this. But there's actually an option in the settings where you have this little gray bar right up here at the top of the screen that you can tap and initiate your multitasking from there, and then from there bring up every single application that you have available to you. Tap it, and then it'll automatically snap to that side of the screen. And then of course you can always reorganize the orientations here, and say you wanted to use another application, you could bring this here, and of course, boom, you are ready. Now the way to do that is to go over here into the settings and to come over to your advanced features, your labs, and then click on this option here, which is show multi-window menu with one window. So as you can see at the top here, when I click it, it disappears. So you want to keep that enabled so that way you always have access to your multitasking right at the top here. Not a deal breaker, but it is an additional option to utilize if you're looking to multitask. It's just another way to do it. Now, if you've ever been in an application and you kind of wish you could just pop it into a small little window and move it around your screen willy-nilly, well, on the Fold 4 you actually can do that by dragging on the top right of your screen and then pulling down into any orientation that you would like, and then boom, you have a little pop down screen right over here. So to access that, we're going to go again into our notification panel. I'm actually going to minimize that for later. You can come straight down here, go into your advanced features, your labs, and now you have this here, swipe for pop-up view. And of course here is going to give you a nice little tutorial on how exactly that is done, if the way that I presented it wasn't quite clear enough. But you just go in, and you turn that bad boy on. And so now, whenever you're inside of an application, you can swipe down and make it a bubble. And then here, you can actually stack the bubbles in like this floating little window here. And so if you want to bring this back out, you just click that, you can click that one. And of course, you can stack multiple windows on the Fold 4. Again, sort of like a pocketable computer. So, you know, for multitasking, you can utilize the taskbar right down here. You have this little pop-up bar right here that you can utilize, but also you actually swipe with two fingers on any side of the screen and activate your multitasking that way. So you can go from the sides. You can also go from the bottom of the screen, just like this, and then of course activate your multitasking window. So to do that, again, we're going to swipe down here with the fingerprint scanner, go over to your settings, come over to the advanced features, then labs, and right down here you have your swipe for split screen. And of course it'll give you a little bit of a tutorial over here so that you can see exactly how that's done. And again, there's 3 different ways that you can initiate your multitasking. You have the bar up here, and you can swipe. Alright, now this is a really handy feature, and one that I've actually used a few times now at this point. So say for example, like, boom, the Eagles just signed CJ Gardner-Johnson from the Saints. I am super duper ecstatic about that. I want to hear my local Philly podcast on what the heck is happening there. However, there have been times when like I'm watching a video but I actually have to go do something, and I don't really want to leave my phone in this capacity, and kind of would like to fold it over so that way I can continue what I'm doing. There's a setting inside of the phone settings where I can actually do that. So now the phone is closed, but my app is still running. So in order to do that, of course, we're going to go into the settings page right over here. Say, for example, you wanted to actually just type it into the search bar. So continue apps on cover screen. As you see here, it'll bring you to that option. So here you're looking at display, and then all the way down at the bottom, you have your continue apps on cover screen. You can click that and then you can set which ones, and honestly I just have all of them set to do that because I've found that to be really, really handy in a pinch when I need to close the big display, but I still want to do what I'm doing on the smaller display. Very handy. Alright, so this one's going to sort of be like a 2-in-1. So for the brightness, of course, right, you have this here. So initially out of the box, I did not have the brightness display right here. I actually had to swipe down a second time so I could have access to it. And there are times when, though the phone does get very, very bright, where I actually needed it to be a little bit brighter outside on those bright blue sky 95-degree day where the sun is just absolutely destroying you. So what you can do here is click on this top portion, click on your quick panel layout, and here you have your brightness control where you can actually always show it or only show when it's expanded. I do always, and the same thing here for your device controls. Now additionally, for the additional brightness, what you can do is click on the dots here, click on details, and then here it gives you access to the additional brightness setting. Now this does help a ton, and actually over the weekend I was out with my family. It was a very bright day and I needed just that extra bit of brightness so I can clearly see the phone. This is super helpful. It's going to drain your battery a bit faster than if you didn't have it on, but in those instances where you do need to use your phone in a pinch on a super duper bright day, this is the option for you. Okay, so now this is the umpteenth year where Samsung has been forcing Bixby on us with their power buttons here, and well, honestly, Google is more than good enough for what I need, and I don't need Bixby. So let's go over here to the settings option. We're gonna come all the way down here to the advanced features, and boom, here's your side key. So now with the side key, you can actually you can double press for a quick launch of your camera or to open up other applications. But right here, this press and hold, Bixby is no more. Power off menu. And there you go. So now when I hold it down, I can power off my phone, which is how it should be, not to awaken Bixby, who I will not be using. Alright, so this one is for the gamers, much like myself. So say you enjoy cracking open, again, Punishing Grey Raven, or Genshin Impact, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, or Lord of Heroes, or any of these other ones, and you enjoy a nice bassy sound. The sound and quality of the speakers on the Fold 4 are fantastic. Samsung did an amazing job here. And so this is what it sounds like. The speakers on this are really, really good, and if you're looking to get a more immersive sound experience with the Dolby Atmos, or Atmos, sound and vibrations, all the way down at the bottom you're going to get your sound quality and effects. So you have your Dolby Atmos, which is going to be auto-optimized for whatever it is that you're listening to, movie, music, and voice stuff. Voice being more like YouTube applications, and then you have your Dolby Atmos for gaming. And of course you have an equalizer here where you can, if you're a madman, turn everything up to 1,000,000. Alright, so this next one is for your notification panel up here. As you see, there's a lot of screen real estate, and if you're a madman and you want all of your notifications up here, you can just skip this portion. But if you're not a madman, I'm just kidding. Some people like a lot of notifications, like my grandfather. You can come over here to this panel right here, click on this, and then click on for status bar, and it'll bring you to this area here for show notification icons. You can have all notifications up top. I have do not disturb on because I don't want to be disturbed, but you can also have the number of notifications only. So if you'll notice right here, it actually comes up to see, there you go, 4. So you have 4 there, as opposed to showing every single individual icon. You can show all, just the 3 most recent, or you can have so it shows none of your notifications at all, ever. For me, the 3 most recent typically works. Alright, so this one's for if you would like to hide that taskbar on the screen from time to time. You can come over here to your settings option, you can go over to display, come down to the taskbar, show and hide with touch and hold. So when this is on, if the display is there, you kind of hold right here, it'll disappear. And if you want it back, the way I found kind of works is like press and hold right here, a tiny bit on the bottom right here, and it'll pop back up. Right here, it'll go away. And here, it'll pop back up. This one, honestly, is a little bit strange. For me personally, I enjoy just having the taskbar on at all times. But again, a little bit of customization never hurt anyone. If you've made it this far in the video, give me a hashtag, Michael Scott, hashtag TWSS, if you know, you know. If you guys are looking forward to more tech content, more Galaxy Fold 4 content, there's going to be a lot more here on the channel, so hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with what I'm doing next. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out. I hope you have a fantastic remainder of your day, and as always, peace, love, and adios. Bye.